Well, to understand about what are the expectations, Naveen Sahadev, the Director, Nuvuma Institutional, joins us on the show. Hi, Naveen. Morning. Thanks so much for joining in. What are the numbers you're working with? How much is the cost likely to cool off on a per ton basis in quarter three in comparison to quarter two? And also, what is the cooling off you're working with for quarter four? Go ahead.
Right. So Q3, I think most of the companies have already made it clear that they are not really looking at any kind of a major decline on the variable cost front. Because if at all there is a marginal decline on the fuel front, it will get offset by a slight increase in the freight cost, because your railways is now after a gap of 2 years, your railways busy season surcharge gets added from 1st of October. So from a variable cost perspective, there's not going to be any relief or a marginal relief at best. Q4, yes, because the bulk of the impact of this recent decline, as we say, in petcoke prices or even imported coal for that matter, that will accrue in Q4 largely. So maybe around 150 to 200 per ton kind of a decline definitely is what we can expect in Q4. But sorry, nothing in Q3 is what we are expecting.
Okay, so a decline in the cost per ton only Q4 onwards. Got that. Naveen, good morning. Between the large and mid-cap cement companies, what do you like now? And is this a good time to buy?
See, usually it's a commodity, right? So cost is definitely has its own volatility. But as long as the industry has pricing power, I think we should be comfortable. But what I see is precisely this factor being missing. You just look at it past few quarters, even when the cost was absolutely going crazy, even then the industry could not display any pricing power. You look at December volumes, they are for the industry up in over 10% or even 12% for that matter. Most of the company volumes even for the full quarter, are in upwards of 10%. Despite that, we are in middle of January. There is absolutely no price increase. In fact, pockets of North and South India have seen prices decline in January. So I'm not really excited about the cement space in totality. But couple of stocks, yes, we could look at. So we're looking at Ambuja Cement in the large cap space and JK Cement in the mid cap space.
Okay, all right, Naveen, the factor that y'all have highlighted as well is what the new promoter of ACC and Ambuja do with regard to their plans on expansion. My question to you is, what if they go the organic route? Everyone's talking about inorganic growth. What if they say, we are going to be looking at expanding organically? Will you view that negatively for the sector?
Frankly, so far the company has not made any official comment. Okay, yes. They've just given a broad guideline that they will be looking, doubling of capacity in 5 years and becoming the industry leader or a market leader, and also the most efficient player by 2030. Now, within that context, what we understand is because acquisition or inorganic growth is completely a matter of speculation, and it's pointless even commenting that, because unless a deal is done, you can't really comment anything. But organic front, yes, because in my personal view, the growth for ACC Ambuja will be a mix of both organic and inorganic. And what we understand from our channel checks is that company is definitely engaging with several equipment manufacturers to consider and pursue organic expansions as well. So that gives me more conviction that the growth plans for ACC Ambuja will be a combination of both organic and inorganic.
All right, but if it's only organic, will it be viewed negatively? Because that would be more supply that's coming on. You're not factoring in much of inorganic growth from that capacity that they're talking about, from 70 almost doubling.
Either ways, I would be cautious because it's not just organic growth. Because if at all, there are bunching up of capacity, then it's negative. But even if, let's say, there is an acquisition, and assuming that these acquisitions happen of some of the companies which are not or operating at very low utilizations of 20-30%, Ambuja or ACC certainly will want to operate it at a higher level. So even a consolidation scenario to me is a little cautious, at least for a couple of quarters before it gets into that positive mode of consolidation. And organic, as you rightly said, if there is bunching up, then it will be negative. So overall, we have a cautious or a neutral stance on the sector. We're not positive on the sector overall.
Okay, all right. We'll leave it there. Thank you very much for your time, Naveen. Appreciate it. And we'll touch base once numbers start to come through. Look at the market. It's flying away 100 points now, 110